Hey guys, Scott from Proformance. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the Yamaha Gen 3 differential and the Avenger driveline, CV joints in a driveline versus what we choose to use, which is a universal joint. The original OEM diffs from Yamaha were shipped with a female spline in here, and the drive shaft had a very small amount of angle movement up at the spline here. Unfortunately, they were shipped from the factory almost dry, and those splines stripped out regularly. The guys at Avenger come up with an awesome driveline. It's got a CV joint. It got rid of the problem, and they sold lots of those drive shafts, and it fixed the problem. Now, the Avenger driveline was a great solution when you had a small Yamaha differential. The size of this shaft and the size of that shaft, they're very similar. You're not going to break your pinion shaft before you break one of these. We get a lot of questions about why we don't offer the Avenger drive shaft or make a CV drive shaft for our Gen 3 differentials. Okay, so let's have a look at the maths behind a CV type drive shaft like an Avenger drive shaft versus driving on a 1310 universal joint. Let's have a look closer and we'll run through the maths and the size difference. So there is the stub shaft of a typical small CV joint used in like an Avenger shaft, and there's the pinion input spline. So this is the yoke that goes onto the pinion. So that's giving you an idea as to the size difference. The 28mm spline shaft on the Dana 30 is actually 32% larger in diameter than the 21mm shaft on the Avenger driveline CV, for example. Even though it's only 32% larger in diameter, the actual torque handling ability of that shaft is 270% stronger than this. So the input of the Dana 30 input shaft is 270% stronger than an Avenger driveline CV stub shaft would be. So by introducing a CV instead of the 1310 uni, you've actually introduced a weak point into the driveline.